Welcome back everyone, this is PyProTech. So last time what did we learn? We created our own two home pages, like an example homepage. We didn't create like a real homepage for our project. So today we're gonna do something really much similar to that. So this is the example that I had for you. So I'm just gonna go ahead and delete this. And then we go to views.py. We don't need this because this is an example. And we will delete this also because we don't need it. So let's go ahead and delete this. If you haven't watched the previous video, go ahead and watch it. You would know that this video and the last video that I made has some connections. So if you haven't watched it, go ahead and watch it. So let's go to our home.html. So today in this lecture we are going to create a home page for our website, just like I said. So how are we going to let someone enter information? So in the HTML world, we use something called forms. A form is basically where people can enter info, text fields, text areas, which is bigger than a text field, and radio buttons and check marks. So in this home.html, we're going to do h1. We're going to have a h1 tag, and let's do word count. Alright, because this is word count project. So now there's a form tag, so we're going to do opening and action, and then let's close this tag. Alright, so I have a form tag. So whenever you open a tag, you need to close a tag as well, for h1, for a form tag, for any other tags. So let's do text area, and then columns, and let's do 40, and then let's do rows equals to 5. For now, let's do rows equals to 5, and the name equals to full text. Alright, and then let's close this tag, and boom, I close this tag. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to our CMDs, but before that, before going to CMDs, go to URLs, and then we need to delete this. We don't need this path because we already deleted this for the example, and if I have this in the line of code, then problems should arise and will arise. So I'm just going to go to my E. So people who have CMDs, go to your people who have terminals, Mac OS, go to your terminal, and I'm going to go to the directory which this file is in. So this is cd word count underscore project, and then if you can do dir to check if this is the file, dir, and boom. So this is the file, and it has manage.py. So I'm just going to do python manage.py run server. It should work, hopefully it does, and it works. So I'm gonna go to the server, and boom. So this is the home page that we created. I have a tab at your back, and you can actually make this resizable. I mean, it really doesn't matter. But so now what are we gonna do? If we can write anything over here, but we need a submit button. What we want that the user knows how to submit this form. We need to submit this. Now how do we have a submit button? We go to home.html. It's clearly simple. If you follow these steps, it's really simple to understand. But before that, we want the user to hit the submit button, and we want them to get redirected into some other home page and saying that you have submitted this word count, and then whatever it is, the user should be redirected. So before we hit the submit button, we need to create our own another HTML in the templates folder. So for example, let's go to our home.html, and let's go ahead and make an input button. So let's make an input button over here, and then we will make another HTML, just like I said. Type, let's do input type, and let's do submit. Alright, so the input type should be submit. I made a mistake. Submit. Alright, now what we're gonna do, value equals to, let's do count. So that's our value, and we need to close this, And how do we close this? We do a slash and then we do this. So we have closed this input tag. And now what we are gonna do, we need to go to our URLs, and in this URLs we have to do path count. Alright, I need to have and need to do a slash over there, and we need to do views.count. Just like I said, we don't have anything a count HTML, but right now we don't have a function called count, just like I said yet, but we need to make one. So what do? We go to views.py first, and in this views.py we do def count. We need to make a function. So what we did last time, let's go to we did views.homepage, and if you see clearly there's a def homepage. This is calling the function homepage from views.py. So we need to create our function, which is count, and then request return render, and in this return render we do request, let's do count.html. As you guys can see, there's a home.html, which is this. So we need to make our own count.html. So we're gonna go to, where do? We go to templates, we make a new file, we do count.html. Boom. So we are now in this count.html. So let's just see if this works. We're gonna do a h1 tag for experimentations. Hello, this is working clearly. So okay, but before that we need to go to our views.py. No, we need to go to home.html, and in this home.html we have to name where do we have this form going to, or when we hit the submit button, where do we go, which homepage do we go. So we do count.html, and this should work. I mean, so the server is running, and if I refresh the page, so the server is running. Boom. So there's count, there is a count button, but if I click this, there is an error, and obviously there should be an error. So but before that, let's have a breakpoint over here. So how do we make a breakpoint? We do br and then slash and then this. So if I refresh the page, and boom. So now we have to make this redirect. And how do we make this redirect? We need to go to our views.py. I mean, there's two ways. You can have count.html, but there's another way which we are gonna use. And what is the correct way? We're gonna have two curly braces or brackets. So now in this we're gonna delete this, and we're gonna add two curly brackets, and we're gonna do 2%, and then we're gonna do URL, and we're gonna do count. This is much more of a cleaner way, because people make mistakes, and the one which I made right now, this is not the correct way to call a home page. So let's go to our urls.py, and in this urls.py we have to do comma and name equals to, we're going to do count. Alright, so let's go to our cmd, and there it says count is not defined. So we go to our urls views.py, and let's go and save this. Let's go and put this in quotations. This should work, and it's working. Let's go ahead and refresh the page, and let's click count, and boom, this is working. So we have tested this homepage. We have created a homepage. Let's go back. Let's do please subscribe to my channel. I think I created a spelling mistake over here. Subscribe. And if you find this blah 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 helpful. And if I click this, boom, I'm in a new home page. So you guys could see that this program or this project we are working on, this is progressing. We have made some mistakes, which I did. I mean, you guys could see that I clearly made a mistake over here. I didn't put count in quotations. So this is how you make a proper project. I mean, this is not complete yet. There's still a couple of lectures that I have to give you guys. So now what did we learn today? We learned to make our own homepage. We made our own text area where we have to write anything you guys want, and we made our own separate button, and when you click this button you are redirected to a new home page where this is a separate HTML. So we have two HTMLs we are working, home.html and count.html. So if I, for example, okay, let's go to our views, let's go to our home now, let's go to our home.html and let's do 10. Let's change the row to 10, from 5 to 10. If I refresh the page from here, now this text area has been bigger. So this is how you can go and experiment with this lecture and this project. And in the next lecture, I'm gonna show you much more interesting. We're gonna go ahead and finish this project soon, and we're gonna start a new project. So this project, whenever you complete this project, whenever you complete this course, at the end of the course you will know that you have been progressing through this course. You have been learning and educating yourself and improving your skills. So don't give up. There are a few more lectures left, and let's go ahead and end this video. Stay safe in the COVID-19 situation. Adios.